Hello, I'm Peter Bint from #DailyK. Please enjoy Easy as Canada with Minji, which airs in hour number 2 every Friday. Spice up your Fridays with the most exciting way to learn Korean.
Explore the Korean language through the magic of movies, dramas, and music on
Easy as Canada
with Minji.
It is Friday the 13th. Oh, that's a bad omen, isn't it? Friday the 13th. Unlucky in some countries, including in the West. But Minji is our lucky charm, and you're in the studio. How are we doing, Minji, today?
I've been doing great and I'm also good today.
Oh, good today, even though
Yes.
it's the 13th. So every Friday at this time of the week, we usually look at the Korean language through songs, through dramas, through movies. And I was previewing at the top of hour 2 that we're having a new reshuffle from next week. And that means, unfortunately, Minji, that Easy as Canada is no more. Today's going to be your last day with us.
Right.
Oh, our listeners are going to miss you ever so much. And at the end, we'll give you a little chance to say your goodbyes to them. We'll take messages from our listeners as well. And yeah, we've had this kind of Korean language corner, I think the longest on the show out of any corners.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, so we felt that we needed some kind of revamp, but hopefully we can bring Minji back in the future. She's obviously busy with her studies and her business as well, but please do come back if we invite you soon, Minji.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful.
I can't wait. Today, do you believe, by the way, just on a random topic, in superstition, like Friday the 13th?
I don't believe it.
No? You think it's going to be a good day?
I think
Are you happy to leave Daily K? That's why you think it's a good day.
That's not that like that. But I think the 13th Friday, that's not like the common superstition in Korea. So
Okay.
that's why, I guess.
What about Korean superstitions
Well, I do believe the one thing
Oh.
that if you write someone's name in red
pen?
color.
Really?
Yeah. That still feeling is really weird.
It
and, like,
feels wrong to many Koreans, right?
yeah, very inappropriate, especially to write down the superior's name, for example, or elderly
okay.
people. Yeah.
Your grandparents or your parents or
No
something.
way.
You couldn't imagine
Absolutely not.
that. Because the superstition behind that is you do that for people who have died, right? You write their name in red.
Right.
And so, yeah, my generation, all my friends would never do that. And when they told me about it, I was like, I don't mind doing that. Like, I'll write anything in red. In the UK, teachers will often write your name in red pen.
Oh.
Because they
okay.
mark your sheets, your work, with red pen. Here in
yeah.
Korea, I guess you don't see many red pens like that for marking.
As
even
for the grades, yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, but not the name.
Yeah, no.
So then the next question in my strange brain,
Okay.
how much money would it take for you to write an eldest name in red?
Eldest name, oh.
Like if I said, Minji, I'll give you 10,000 won, which is what? Let's just say $10 to write your
$10?
elder's name in red.
$10?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so, right? For a regular, like, Western listener, I'm sure they'd say, of course, yeah, sure, right? Because there's no superstition. Then
yeah.
$100.
$100, then maybe I can consider.
That is hilarious. Today's hashtag is 중고.
중고, yes.
Like secondhand. What does that bring to mind for you, Minji?
Well, the initial thought that come to my mind is 당근, like the platform.
application.
Yeah.
Have you used it?
Yeah, a few times.
For what? Selling or buying?
Selling.
Oh.
Like right before moving to current neighborhood, like I have like very many useless things for me. I mean, like to throw them up.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so how did you decide what to throw away and then what to sell on the app? You know, because that can be quite, I guess, a head scratcher, because some things you think are useless, but like you said, other people might find them useful. But
Yeah.
some things are useless and no one finds them useful.
Yeah, like in that case, I consider if I've ever used it,
Uh-huh.
like, or like if I use it like at least just a few times.
Okay.
Then I can sell it.
Okay.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the cutoff point. Do you mind telling us one particular item that you sold, Minji?
Well,
I'm really curious.
I sold like cat toys.
Oh.
Like the things I bought.
You have a cat?
Yeah.
Why did you not give them to your cat?
Like there's so many things.
There's too many.
Yeah, too many.
Did you get a decent fee for them? Like it wasn't bad or?
But the trend
Uh-huh.
of the 당근 market is like the cost is very cheap.
Really cheap,
So
right?
I sold them like 만 원, at around 만 원-ish.
Okay,
Yes.
for around $10. Yeah, usually you're not paying too much on that application, although some items do hold their value well, I've seen. And then some trending things like Pokemon bread at a time is more expensive than the shops,
that's
right?
right.
If it's hard to
it
get.
It really depends, yes.
Okay, today, as ever, we're going to go out with a bang, learning Korean through a movie or drama. So we've got our 3 lines prepared. Shall we go through those first?
Okay, the first sentence is 밥 먹기 불편할 것 같아서 붓기에도 좋대요.
밥 먹기 불편할 것 같아서 붓기에도 좋대요.
Yes, because you might not be feeling well to have a meal, and they say it's good for puffiness.
For puffiness.
Yes.
Okay, so this is when they're eating something or maybe offering something, right?
Yes.
They say something is good for puffiness. The next line.
믿는다던데요? 진심이던데.
믿는다던데요? 진심이던데?
Yes.
There's a lot of digot sounds in that one. That's tough.
That's right. And it means somebody said he or she does, and he seemed sincere.
Okay, he or she does. And he or she seems sincere, right? Trying to convince someone otherwise of their opinion. And then the third line.
근데 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
근데 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
Yes. But if we kiss, does that automatically mean we are dating?
Oh, that's a very good question. People have very different opinions on that, I feel.
Right.
If we kiss, does that mean we're automatically dating? Let us know your 2 cents on that. Does it mean you're dating if you have a kiss? Pronunciation tips before we get to the acting and setting the scene.
Okay, so in the first scene, there is a word 부기, which is written as 부기.
We did not say it as Pookie, did
Yeah,
we?
not at all. But the weird thing is I look it up the dictionary and it says the correct pronunciation is 부기.
Oh, the standard, like 표준어.
Yeah.
The standard pronunciation should be Poogie.
부기. But growing up, I'm just pronouncing it like 부기, right?
There are a few words in Korean where the 표준어 or the standard pronunciation is very different to what actual people say.
That's right.
And I often get confused then because sometimes the Korean dictionary authorities will change it to what people say, like with jjajangmyeon,
Oh, right,
It used to be jjajangmyeon. I don't know how to say that.
jjajangmyeon,
Very
yes.
light and soft in its sound. And no one said it like that. So they changed it.
That's
But
right.
for this, you're saying it's still down. The actual pronunciation should be poogie.
부기, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know why they don't just update it as soon as it becomes common to say
Yeah,
something.
I agree with you, yes.
Okay, so putgi is how you meant to
부기,
say
yeah,
it.
부기.
Putgi.
Yeah.
Okay, good tip for the first sentence.
And as for the 던데 phrase in the second sentence, I hope you can kind of convey the intonation, like 진심이던데, this kind of accent.
진심이던데?
Yes.
So you're trying to convince someone that something is the case.
Like when you're using this 던데, you're expecting the response from the other person.
진심이던데. He
yeah.
seems sincere. Yeah, I guess in English in that sentence, you're probably expecting some kind of reply, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he seems sincere. And then the other person might say, I don't know, or okay, something like that. Okie dokie.
All right, and then I hope you can also keep in mind the pronunciation of 뽀뽀.
So it's spelled there, 뽀, 뽀.
Yes,
Okay.
double bill.
Okay, 뽀뽀.
Yes, so
뽀뽀.
not 보보 or popo.
No, 뽀뽀.
뽀뽀, yes.
뽀뽀, a
Yes.
kiss, right? We'll get into some of the details about that word a bit later. And then this word as well is spelt interestingly, but not really pronounced that way too often, I don't think. 사귀, 사귀다.
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 Yeah, but if you speak it really quickly, it almost sound like 사귀다.
사귀다.
Yes.
Yeah, don't over try to pronounce qui,
Yeah.
right? 사귀다.
사귀다. Yes.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so let's set the scene for some of our acting.
Okay, so there are two characters. The male character names is 도하, and my character, female character, is 솔희.
Okay.
And in this scene, they are developing their feelings for each other. And they actually, before the scene, they actually kissed for the first time.
So that's why that line came out.
That's right. And 솔희 wants to make it clear about their relationship.
Say what we are, where we are at.
Yes.
So who are these characters? Who is Doha? That's not a common name for a guy. I don't think I've heard it too often.
Yeah, it sounds more like a recent trendy name.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So he's a star composer in this drama.
Ooh.
Yeah, but there was a case that he was suspected of murdering his ex-girlfriend.
What?
Yeah, I know. So since then, he's been hiding, like often wearing a mask or sunglasses. But thanks to Sorhi, he's gradually overcoming his trauma.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Soli knows that, does she? Okay.
Yeah, because she has the ability to find out whether the other person is telling a lie or not.
Oh, is this like a supernatural
Yes,
kind of ability?
yes, kind of fantasy ability if she listens to their voice.
Okay. So she is kind of in his corner, I suppose, in that way. We're going to get to the acting of this. Everything in English apart from those 3 lines. Give it a listen. I'll play Toha. Also, try and guess the drama or movie this is from. What is all this?
This is yours, 도하. 밥 먹기 불편할 것 같아서 부기에도 좋대요.
Oh, I'm not that sick, but thank you.
Oh, I just asked to 조득찬 if he trusts you and 믿는다던데요? 진심이던데? And I heard we're dating very well.
Okay. It tastes good. It must taste good.
근데 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
Do you want to date me?
Forget it.
Why?
Just forget it.
Oh, the troubles between men and women and relationships and things being left unsaid, other things stupidly being said, brings back some memories.
Welcome to Arirang Radio.
We're back for part 2, Easy as Canada with Minji for the final week this week before we get to our reshuffle. Send in your messages to bid her farewell and wish her well. We did have Yana on board after our little acting saying 여자는 삐짐. So the lady was kind of sulking or upset maybe after that.
Yes.
Asking the question of, if we've kissed, does that mean we're together? I think she wanted a different answer than, well, do you want to date me kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also do believe if you kiss somebody, then you're dating.
Automatically.
Yeah, but you also need to make it clear, like, 사귀다. Let's 사귀자.
Yeah, it's different, like, culturally in different parts of the world, and then people as well are very different. So, just before we get to the answer of today's drama, because you brought it up, Minji, me and my wife, when we first started dating in Korea, well, okay, dating is a hard word to translate. Does that mean 사귀다? Or does that mean you're just going on dates with someone, right? In English in Britain, we say you're seeing someone or going out with them for 사귀다.
Yeah.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So we weren't boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay.
We had kissed.
Oh.
But in my mind, because I hadn't said it, and she hadn't said it, we weren't 사귀다. Right.
Oh,
so this was confusing for my wife because because about a month later, we did this for a month, and I wasn't like seeing anyone else or anything. But then I got brave and I said, okay, I'm now going to ask her out because I thought, that's a big step. So I said, 사귈래? And she was like, wait, aren't we already? Like, 사귀는 거? And I was like, oh, I thought I had to say it. And she was like, so we were kissing all this time? And you thought, so I was like, oh, I do apologize. Cultural differences. So you're right.
Yeah,
Maybe you need to make it clear. As soon as there's a kiss, maybe you need to talk about it.
Yes,
Maybe you
at
need to
least,
say,
yeah.
right, yeah, does this mean we're dating or should we see, take it step by step and see where it goes? That's a good idea. I like that
It's
one.
really important.
Okay, so let's reveal today's drama or movie. What are we talking about? Oh, wait, did we get a guess on here? I think it was maybe one from Benny saying, 소용없어 거짓말. And Siska saying, I've just woken up, but I think it's My Lovely Liar. Benny says, does it feature former New East member Hwang Min-hyun, who had a fan meeting actually here in the Philippines last weekend, and the cutie Kim So-hyun as the leading lady?
Yeah, all they correct.
Oh, well done, guys.
Well done.
My Lovely Liar.
Yeah, My Lovely Liar.
What a title. My Lovely Liar. Is that the same as the Korean?
No, I think it's really different. In Korean title, it's 소용없어 거짓말.
소용없어 거짓말. So
Yes.
breaking that down, just for a mini lesson, what does that mean?
Yeah, like it's useless lies.
Useless lies.
Yeah.
Lies that, don't have any bearing or completely useless, etc. etc. 소용없다 means it's useless,
소용없다,
right?
yes.
You don't need that. Is this a recent drama? I've not watched it.
Yeah, it is finished on September 19th.
Ah, very recent.
Yeah, very recent one.
So does this drama, is it like romance, comedy, thriller? Because there's a murder from his past and whatnot.
Like a little bit of suspicious case,
Uh-huh.
but I think the overall it's a fantasy romantic drama.
I do like fantasy romantic dramas.
Yes,
Okay.
but I also mentioned the murder case.
Mm.
So the former girlfriends of Doha, his name is 엄지,
Uh-huh.
and 엄지's brother actually has been chasing Doha.
Ah, to like get to the bottom of that case, thinking he might have
Yeah.
killed her.
Yes. So yeah, that's just one case.
Okay.
Yeah, and Omho, the brother's name is Omho, even kidnapped the famous singer
What?
and used her to blackmail Doha. So this are just a few cases.
Oh, because he's a composer.
Yes,
Doha, so
yes.
they're linked in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's interesting. If you want to check it out, go and find it on a streaming service near you. Time to get to our listener voice clips. Remember, even if Canada is not here, we will accept any Korean language questions you have any time of the week. Send them in via Kakao Talk. First up today was Benedict from the Philippines. Let's play your clip 1.
밥 먹기 불편할 것 같아요. 붓기도 좋대요.
Decent pronunciation.
Yeah, the putki didn't sound like poogie.
Yeah, not at all. So
So in the dictionary, poogie is okay. But if you say it in like everyday speech, people will maybe not understand.
Yeah, I
right?
guess.
It's that different, the dictionary definition
How
and
weird
the
it is.
actual
Yes.
word pronunciation in common speech. But for me, Benny was more awkward with the 먹기 than the pukki.
밥 먹기.
밥 먹기.
Yes.
먹기.
먹기. So ki is added to make the verb into a noun form.
Ah,
So act of eating.
the act of eating. 먹다 is the verb, right? 먹어. But 먹기, the
먹기,
act of
yes.
eating.
Yes.
And in front of that, the way we translate it was a meal, right? 밥 먹기. So the act of eating a meal, but it could also mean rice itself.
Yes,
Because
that's
that
right.
word is the same in
Cooked
both
rice,
cases.
yes.
Okie dokie. Let's get to another one then from Leon here in Singapore. Just scrolling down. Sentence 1.
밥 먹기 불편할 것 같아서 부기에도 좋대요.
You said it the dictionary way, Leon.
Yeah,
didn't it?
well done.
부기에도 좋대요.
On and on.
So we're not going to say that's wrong, just that people won't really understand if you say boogie.
Right.
There's not a Korean word, boogie, that we use often, right?
You mean the boogie?
Boogie. Boogie. No,
I don't
right?
think so.
Yeah, in English it means like to have a dance, a boogie, a boogie woogie, but we're not talking about that. Aside from that, not bad from Leon at all?
The initial syllable like pop
pop.
Yeah, it is okay to pronounce it as pop, but if it's followed by the mok sound, like sound, then it is changed to pam.
Ah.
밥 먹기.
밥 먹기.
Yes.
밥 먹기.
밥 먹기.
Which could sound like you're eating chestnuts because that's pam.
Yeah,
It would
right.
sound the same, right? So after that, it says 불편할 것 같아서.
Yes. 불편하다 means like uncomfortable. So, and 것 같다 is like it seems like or you think it is.
I think it will be uncomfortable to
yes.
eat. Okay, or
That's
it
the meaning.
seems like it would be uncomfortable to eat because she's saying this to him, like, because he's sick, right? I'm guessing it might be uncomfortable for you to eat. 불편할 것 같아서.
Yeah.
Let's get to Rao from Argentina here. Sentence 1.
밥 먹기 불편한 것 같아서 보기에도 좋대요.
Again, pronouncing it the way it's spelt, understandable, right?
Right. And I think you did really well in the middle. 불편할 것 같아서. Yeah.
Good stuff, Rao.
Yeah.
So, 부기에도 좋대요. Let's look at that.
Yeah, 붓기 is like the puffiness.
Puffiness.
Yeah.
So it can mean like swelling as well. Like if it's on your arm or leg, say you got a bruise or something like
yeah,
that. 붓기.
that's also 붓기.
But in the face, we're talking about puffiness.
So 붓기가 가라앉다 is also a common way.
붓기가 가라앉다.
Yeah.
So for the puffiness or swelling to go down.
Down, yeah.
붓기가 가라앉다. So we say often in Korean, which is not usually said in English, when someone in the morning comes in, their face might look a bit puffy. I might say 얼굴 부었어, right? Your face is puffy or swollen. We don't really say that in the West, right? We
not at all.
We don't really notice that. But I have seen, I don't know if it's Korean biology, like our faces get more puffy than Western faces. But yeah, if you're tired or you ate something late at night, often we feel that happens, right?
Yeah, we do talk a lot about our appearance as well.
Yeah, that's true. So, but you don't use the word 붓기 there. You say like 얼굴 부었어.
That's the verb form. Yeah, 얼굴 부었어 or 부은 것 같아.
So my face has puffed up. That kind of way of saying 얼굴 부었어. And here it's saying 부기에도 좋대요.
Yeah. Something 에 좋다 is like something is good for blah blah. So if you say 건강에 좋다, then something is good for your health
Okay.
and so on. Yes.
And then the tor there is just saying
As well.
as well. Okay, so for swelling as well, 좋대요.
Yeah, 좋대요. 대요 is like when you quote something that you heard. Like they say blah blah.
They say that it's also good for swelling. 부기에도 좋대요. Arirang.
Arirang Radio.
Leon said, I thought we say our face looks bloated instead. In English, I don't know, bloated I would say more for how you feel after eating too much. Or when you've got a lot of gas inside, then I'd say I'd feel bloated. My face is puffy, my face is bloated. You can say it, it's not wrong or anything like that, but we just don't say it as often as in this part of the world, I have noticed. Especially Koreans think if you eat ramen, instant noodles, late at night,
Yeah.
your face will be puffy the next day.
Or we do talk a lot about our eyes, like eyelids.
Being puffy.
Yeah, 눈이 부었어.
눈이 부었어.
Yeah.
Again, unless you've been punched in the face in the West, you wouldn't really notice or say
That's
that.
right.
Maybe it is to do with biology, or maybe, like you said, it is to do with talking about appearance a bit more here in Korea. Let's get to the next sentence. We've got Siska from Indonesia. Here we go.
믿는다던데요. 진심이던데.
I do love the intonation.
Yeah,
믿는다던데요.
just as you gave a tip for there, Minji.
Yeah, but I noticed the 믿는 is pronounced as what it is. But you need to say 믿는.
믿는, the 받침 bottom consonant tigut
Yeah.
doesn't keep its sound, right? 믿는,
믿는.
믿는. So it kind of becomes like a nian. 믿는,
믿는.
믿는다던데요.
Yeah, 믿는다던데요.
진심이던데. What part should we look at first?
Of course, the 믿다.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it means to believe.
To believe.
Yeah, 믿다.
믿다, to believe something, right? So if you believe someone else, you could say 믿어요, right? I believe you.
Yeah, 믿어요.
You don't think they're lying, basically. But this ending is very long. 믿는다던데요.
Yeah, so there's 던데. So when you are talking about like related past events, and when you are expecting the response from the other person, then you use this 던데.
던데.
So I found, or you see, you know, blah blah.
So in this case, she had spoken to someone who he thought didn't trust him, right? It seems from the conversation. And so she's saying, well, he does trust you, right? It seems he does trust you.
Yeah, and you're anticipating the answer.
Yeah, so he needs to respond to that. 믿는다던데요.
Yeah, 믿는다던데요.
People might have spotted this. So there's a you're there, so it's like 존댓말. But then the next part, 진심이던데.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no yo.
Yeah, no yo. So it's more like you're talking to yourself.
Okay.
진심이던데.
진심이던데. Okay, like talking to yourself without the 존댓말. Okay, let's get to another play of sentence number 2. You need to also sing, My Lovely Liar is my recent favourite drama. Ooh, let's see how you did in the line. Here we go. Sentence 2.
믿는다던데요? 진심이던데.
Wow,
Sounded
very correct
very-
pronunciation. Yes.
Very Korean, didn't you?
Yeah, well done.
진심이던데.
Yeah, 진심이던데.
So the same ton there. So again, expecting a response, and it's in response to what they're maybe talking about or past events. But what's the key word here? 진심.
진심 is like sincerity.
Sincerity.
Yeah, or like sincere hurt.
Uh-huh.
So
Literally, right? 진심.
Yeah.
That shim is like your heart.
right. 진 means like truth.
Okay. True heart. 진심. So this can mean both sincerity and truth, I feel.
Yeah, true. 진심이던데.
Whereas in English, those two are a little bit different, right? You can be sincere, but it can be a lie, right? You can be sincere about something that isn't true, right? I guess it would mean you didn't know it was true. You didn't know it was a lie, I mean, but you're sincere about it. So you're like, I really
That makes sense, yes.
believe, I don't know, that aliens are living in my house. You're really sincere about that, but it turns out to be false. But in Korean, truth and sincerity are kind of linked together in this word.
Yes, and I think 진심 means like more serious. When you take something serious, that's also 진심.
Ah, yes, we do use it like that, right? When
Yeah.
someone doesn't believe you, believe you're not joking, you say, 아니, 진심이야. Well, I'm being serious.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, being serious. I'm being sincere is like the root of this word. But yeah, in common talk, just to mean, I'm serious, right? I'm not messing around.
Yes. And the 유행어 these days, a certain activity의 진심이다.
Ah,
Yeah, the MZ generation uses a lot, like,
okay. So that means you're really into something.
yeah.
Okay, so how would you put that into like swimming?
수영의 진심이야.
수영의 진심이야.
Yeah, I really take swimming
I'm
serious.
sincere about swimming.
Sincere about swimming, yes.
That means you take it seriously.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's get another sentence too from Yana here in Malaysia.
믿는다던데요? 진심이던데.
She did really well in the blending sound. 진심이던데.
Good stuff.
Yeah, well done.
You've always got good pronunciation. Over to the interesting fun sentence 3 now. Here
근데 오빠, 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
She's putting the oppa
Yeah,
there
but I think that's more natural.
to an older male, right? 근데 오빠 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가? Good pronunciation, right?
Yes,
All
as
right.
always.
So we talked about 뽀뽀, meaning a kiss,
Yes.
right? But not a... This is the one thing I wanted to mention. Not a deep kiss. Usually
Not at all.
뽀뽀 is...
like pack.
It's not a French kiss, right?
Not at all.
For that, we usually say the English kiss, right? So there is a difference there. Yeah, like you said, maybe more a peck.
Yeah.
뽀뽀하면. Let's get to Faz from Malaysia. Here we go. Sentence 3.
근데 뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
Thank you for your acting, Faz.
Yeah, but different pronunciation in 당연히 and 사귀는 건가?
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
So, as we said, 사귀다 or 사귀다 means to be together, boyfriend, girlfriend.
Yes, that's the only meaning when it comes to the relationship.
And 당연히,
Yeah, 당연히 means like of course
Of
or
course.
naturally.
okay, so doesn't it of course or naturally mean that we are dating? Aimlita from Indonesia. Here we
근데
go.
뽀뽀하면 당연히 사귀는 건가?
Yeah.
Well
Overall,
done.
it's good. Well done.
You're all experienced with 뽀뽀s and 사귀다. The talk, at least, it seems, right? So the other words, just to quickly look at, 근데 at the beginning.
근데 means like but.
But.
But when you bring up something, then it just means like, it almost functions like filler word.
Yeah.
근데, by the way.
근데.
Or,
It doesn't really mean but, right? Because if you look at the conversation, there was no need for a but there at all. But like you said, bringing up something.
Yes.
Sometimes when it's not to do with the current conversation as well, you might just say, 근데.
Yeah. When
then-
something just comes to your mind right away.
Blah, 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 blah. And then 건가.
건가? You're checking it? 사귀는 건가?
So are we dating? Or doesn't it mean you're dating? 건가? I remember that from the Angmu song, 라면인 건가?
라면인 건가?
Is it ramen? Or something like that.
Right.
That are all the voice clips covered. Minji, as we said, it is your last episode on Daily K. So let me read out some of the messages. Yana Panda saying, I just want to throw hearts to you. I'm not a liar. We absolutely love you. Siska said, we love learning Korean and especially with Minji. So don't go, please. Why no more Minji? Of course it's not Minji. It's just the reshuffle in the show. And we do definitely hope that she is back on. Do you want to say something to the listeners, Minji?
Yeah, so I've been doing this segment for more than a year.
Wow.
And yeah, it's been also a rewarding time for me.
Oh.
I've been learning a lot from you guys and yeah, it feels really good. But also very sad, but I believe that I'll be back. Hopefully back.
I hope so too. And our listeners can find you online, right? You're on social
right.
media. You've got your own Korean course that you do. Give out the details for those, Minji, one more time.
The thing I'm preparing these days is the crash course on Korean verbs.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, if you like struggling learning Korean verbs, then you can kind of master in just 3 lessons.
Wow.
So they'll be coming handy.
That's on minjiteacheskorean.com.
That's right. That's
All
right.
That's
Thanks
where
for
you can
promoting.
find her. Minji, thank you ever so much for being with us. Already more than a year. That's really passed by quickly.
I know.
You slot so naturally into the show. Good luck in your future endeavors, Minji, and we will see you again.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. That was Easy as Canada with me, Peter Bint, and Minji, which airs in hour number 2 on Fridays on #DailyK.